Hey everybody, it's Shannon Albright, and I am here to talk to you about the nutrition plan that comes with your program, the 22-Minute Heart Corpse. But first, I want to explain to you how important proper nutrition is and how we fuel our bodies is when it comes to weight loss, okay? So if you're here to lose weight, you want to listen to what I'm telling you right now, okay? Most people think that you need to work out for hours and exercise for hours at a time in order to lose weight. And that is actually not the case at all, which is why 22-minute hardcore works, because you're only exercising for 22 minutes, but you're giving your body, you're working it to the max during the 22 minutes, and you're working multiple muscle groups at a time, which burns more calories. But no matter what, no matter how long you're exercising, if you fuel your body improperly, you're not going to see results. The bigger part of the weight loss equation is proper nutrition. It makes up 80% of the weight loss puzzle, okay? And exercise is only 10% of the weight loss puzzle, and unfortunately the other 10% goes to your genetics. So the nutrition plan that comes with your program actually is genius, because it teaches you exactly how to fuel your body, how many proteins you need, how many veggies you need, how many fruits you need, how many carbs you need, how many healthy fats you need to fuel your body properly. Okay, so when you get your program, your package in the mail, you're going to get this booklet called Rations for Results Nutrition Field Guide. Okay, now this is going to seem complicated, but it really isn't, and it may be difficult to follow in the beginning, but it will become second nature. I promise, because this is the same meal plan, the 21-day fix. I'm sure a lot of you've heard of that program. The 21-day fix has, and that actually taught me how to fuel my body properly. So if you turn to page 2 of your booklet, there is a short and easy calculation that you have to follow, and that'll tell you which plan to follow, okay? Now, once you get your plan, it'll, on the next page, it'll give you a plan to follow, okay? So, but before I even get into that, so this nutrition, as I mentioned, the different foods are broken down into categories, and that'll be reviewed on page 4. It's broken down into veggies, which is considered your green, your fruits, which is considered your purple, your proteins, that is considered your red, the carbs, that's yellow, the healthy fats, that's blue, and your seeds and dressing is the orange, and your oils and nut butter is counted as a teaspoon. So then you turn to the next page, and in your plan, it tells you exactly which food groups you should be having for breakfast, which should be your snack, how many should be your lunch, and dinner, and so forth, okay? And then on the next page, it breaks down what foods you are allowed to eat per container. Or I shouldn't say container, but for color, okay? So your greens, which is your veggies, here is a list of foods that you're allowed to eat for that. And for each food, it tells you what their serving size is. So like for kale, it's 1 cup, cooked or raw. So you get a measuring cup and you chop up the kale and put it in, and as much can fit in that cup, that's your serving size, okay? And then on the next page is your purples, and your fruits. So it gives you a whole list of fruits that you're allowed to eat on this plan, with the serving size as well. And then comes your proteins, which is the reds, and it gives you the whole list of reds, and so forth. It's the same with the carbs, and it's the same with your healthy fats and your seasoned dressings and teaspoons, okay? And then, so it does give you, for your each plan, it does give you, as I mentioned earlier, your recommended, like how many, for each breakfast. Like for me, my plan, it's telling me that I should be eating a green, a purple, a red, a yellow, and a teaspoon. So if you can follow the plan to the T, that is great. But I know for me, that doesn't fit into my lifestyle. I know that I am a mom of a 2.5-year-old, almost 3 actually, I should say, and a 4-month baby. And for me, eating all that for breakfast is just not realistic for me. I find it easier for me to drink my Shakeology because my kids seem to wake up at the same time every single day, and I just don't have the time because I have to feed them both breakfast and I have to give, my son his bottle and get them dressed, and there's not a lot of time. So that's where I find it easier for me to drink my Shakeology. But just as long as you get in all of your different food groups in a day, that's all that really matters. But if you can follow this, there is a reason why it's broken up this way, because that's what they feel is best for you. But again, for us, it may not be what can fit into our lifestyle. So if you count, like for me, for plan 1, if you count up all the greens in the day, I'm allowed 3 greens, which is 3 veggies. I'm allowed 4 proteins, which is the 4 reds. I'm allowed 2 fruits, which is the 2 purples. So as long as I get that in a day, that's what matters. And also too, it's important, it's a good thing not to have your carbs and your fruits for dinner or late night, I have found. But if that's the only time you can fit them in, that's fine as well. All right, so that's basically in a nutshell. So to make the serving size easier, there is another option for you, and it's these, I'm sure you've heard of them already, these color-coded containers, okay? So instead of actually getting the measuring cups out and measuring everything, you can actually order these containers from teambeachbody.com. And it just makes life a lot easier. So like for your veggies, all you need to do is cut up the veggies, put them in here, and that's your serving. That's considered your serving. Same thing with your fruits. Cut up the fruits, and that's your serving. The reds, just put in the meat, the chicken, whatever you're eating, your Greek yogurt, and that's your serving. So I just feel like for me, that just makes my life a lot easier. And I actually have a couple different sets of these containers, and I use them every single day, even though I've been following this plan for a very long time. So the other thing that I want to talk to you about is, okay, so your Shakeology, you're going to notice that on page 13 is your reds, and Shakeology actually counts, your 1 scoop of Shakeology does actually count towards your proteins, okay? So I just wanted to make sure that you know that. Also too, the performance line, for those of you who are doing the performance line as well, the performance line is, so it comes with Energize, which is a pre-workout drink that you would take within a half hour of your exercise. And what that's going to do is going to help your performance, and it's going to give you energy. So this is actually, it's really good. Energize is really good for those who are waking up in the morning at 5 o'clock to work out and you just don't have the energy. What a lot of people do is that they put it right next to their bed, their alarm clock goes off, they drink it, they hit snooze, and then by the time your alarm goes off again and you get up and get dressed, you're going to be ready to go. So it's going to give you the energy. And in fact, I drink it, even though I'm not waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to work out, I like to drink it because it does enhance my performance and I feel great, and it does not give me that crash hours later when I come off of it. Also, and then the Recover is a drink that you drink post-workout that gives your body, that helps your body recover. And these two things, the Energize and Recover, do not go towards any of the different food groups, and it does not count towards your calories for the day because it's focused, it has a different focus, and it doesn't affect your calories for the day. So that's basically the meal plan in a nutshell. In the back of this book, it does give you different recipes that you can follow, which is very helpful. And also, too, we put a sample meal plan in our health and fitness accountability group that you can follow as well. If you have any questions, please post them in the group, or you can contact the coach that invited you. Again, there is a learning curve to this, so don't get frustrated. Once you get it, Once you get your package in the mail and you read it and you go through your first week, you'll understand it a little bit better and it won't be so complicated. And don't overthink it. Like, honestly, you don't have to find like these crazy meals to have every day. Like, you can just have for dinner, like steak, with a vegetable, you know what I mean? Like, and that's it. You don't have to overcomplicate it. But if you do want to find different recipes, you can Google 21-day fix recipes. There's a ton of recipes out there on Pinterest, where there's a lot of coaches who have blogs that have different recipes that they love. So that's a way to find different recipes to mix it up every night. Okay, so that's it. If you have any questions, let us know. Have a great day and good luck with this challenge. Bye.